it was very challenging. I just took breaks every now and then from doing work into playing games, playing sports with my friends and those stuff. And I think that's definitely helped me with balancing the workload.
Welcome back to LifeLibrary, where we uncover the inspiring stories of individuals who have crafted their path to success. Today we're back with Narin again to talk about his life at Imperial and how the academics are, how life is, and how his internships and jobs are after. So back to where we were. So studying at Imperial must have been a big change, moving from an international school in Thailand. Do you mind briefly explaining how the difference was and how you overcome it?
So Imperial is very academically challenging, and you're going to be working under a lot of pressure, but that's fine because everyone is also working under the same pressure, and I think you need a lot of perseverance to go through with it.
And how does a day in life look of an Imperial student? I know it differs for different courses, but for you, how did it look like?
So usually there's one or two lectures every day, and then every week there's a seminar and a tutorial as well. Right,
so these, when you were at Imperial back in 2023 or something like that, were these seminars and lectures online or did you have to go in person?
So I started Imperial in 2019.
Right.
And it was all on site, but after COVID, lectures became online only, and it became optional. So you could attend in person or online, but the seminars were there weren't any seminars anymore.
Wow. Okay. So do you think going on site to learn or doing online benefited the majority of the people and you?
I think it depends on the person. So for me, I prefer online because I can take things at my own pace.
Right, because you can skip the videos and stuff.
Yeah, but some people prefer to force themselves to go to the lectures so that they feel more motivated.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. And how did you adjust to moving to a whole new country?
Luckily, I went to Shrewsbury and there were lots of friends who went to Imperial with me.
Oh, so a bunch of the friends also went with you. Did you stick to the same friend group?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So luckily you had friends before, but for people who came in fresh, did you know how would you give advice to them approaching finding friends in university?
Usually people just join the Thai society and meet with all the other Thai people, and that's how you get to know all other people.
So was the campus life what you expected, if there was even any, because Imperial is located in central London?
Yeah, it's located in South Kensington, so it's quite busy.
Right.
Since there's museums and stuff near Imperial.
But is the campus life connected with, as in is there activities which different majors do together, or is there fairs?
Yeah, there's fairs and there's food fairs every week, and there's activities where you get to compete with other departments and stuff.
Right.
So physics versus maths integration challenge or whatever.
And does physics usually win?
I can't really remember. I didn't participate much.
Right, but there is still a campus life to Imperial. Great. And when you moved over there, did you stay in the dorms provided by Imperial or did you choose housing outside?
Uni dorms were only provided for first year students.
Oh, right.
So after first year, I rented a place near the uni with a friend.
So living in London must have been so expensive.
It was.
How did you manage your bills, and also if the parents were supporting, how did you manage to find a place? Because there's only so many limited spaces in London.
Yeah, so I just found it through all the property sites like Rightmove, Knight Frank, those sites. And I think living with a friend definitely helped because it would be much more expensive living alone.
Right, that is actually a good point because most options that university students choose to actually take is that staying with a lot of flatmates and then you end up splitting the cost.
Yeah.
And after having lived both the Thailand and UK life now, which one do you prefer?
I definitely prefer Thailand because everything is so much cheaper.
Yes, the cost of living has increased by so much in the UK, is that correct? Yeah. That is a good point. You have to consider also, apart from the curriculum, which is obviously very important, but how the life in university is, the campus life, like you said, food fares, like living and dorms as well. So that's a good point. And in terms of the curriculum at Imperial, what was your experience like trying to manage your social life and the huge workload that you have every week?
Yeah, it was very challenging. I just took breaks every now and then from doing work into playing games, playing sports with my friends and those stuff. And I think that's definitely helped me with balancing the workload.
And for students who fail to balance that workload, do they find it easier to catch up, or do you think that when you lose that work-life balance, you kind of get lost in the track as a whole?
Yeah, I think a lot of people couldn't catch up because there's just too much thing to do. And I've definitely seen some people who struggle.
And did they just not graduate in Imperial?
Sometimes they retake the year, sometimes they switch courses.
Oh wow. And if this happens to anyone, and when you switch course, do you have to reapply, or is this an option to just switch?
It depends on the course. So
if it's rigorous, then
yeah, you need to reapply. If it's like similar, then you could repeat the year in the other courses.
And does this usually happen? Because in the beginning of the interview, you mentioned that Imperial is a big shock in terms of the academic rigor. Is this normal for students not to graduate?
I wouldn't say it's normal to not graduate, but there's definitely a small group of people who had to repeat the year.
Right. So what advice would you give when it comes to managing your work life and also keep on obtaining that high grades?
I think it's important to take breaks every now and then, but at the same time, you need to plan ahead to see what's need to be done.
Right. Planning is a good point because you kind of, if you don't plan, then you kind of not prioritize the activities that you have and you might get lost track of time. So apart from the curriculum that Imperial offers, are there any other opportunities that the university provides, such as internships, research programs, studying abroad?
There's the Study Abroad program where you take 1 year and study at other countries in Europe.
Oh.
And there's also research opportunities for undergraduate students. But I would say that the opportunity is not limited to these. So, for example, you get an opportunity to work with all the scientists that's actually leading the field. So, for example, I work with someone who's leading a project in CERN.
Oh.
And I get to attend a lot of meetings and stuff. So my master's project supervisor, she's one of the leaders in quantum gravity. So I attended some meetings with her as well.
Wow. So that's actually one of the benefits that I've realized from doing these interviews is that different universities have so many connections and opportunities that students can go find and connect with everyone else in the field that they want to study. And especially with your case, you having that opportunity to attend those meetings with someone so highly regarded was a great opportunity. And in terms of studying abroad, for those who are interested, is it just an applied program to study at another university in Europe?
So when you apply to Imperial, you need to take the year abroad program.
Oh, right.
So it's you need to apply to a different course.
Right. So you don't apply for the Imperial one. You have to apply for the Imperial plus the study abroad program.
Yeah.
Right. That's helpful to know. During your last year at Imperial, did you use connections that you found from Imperial to help with your later jobs in life?
So I found my job through Samaki Samakom, which is like the Thai Student Association in the UK.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Okay.
And there's a lot of companies attending the career fairs every year, so that's quite a good opportunity to find jobs.
Oh, so is this company like sort of especially for students who studied in the UK?
Yeah.
Oh, and like you mentioned that there was fairs and stuff. Do big companies come and like promote their brand for the students to be able to apply?
Yeah, so there's like all the big banks like Kasikorn, SCB, and all the other big companies attend.
That's a very good source that I did not know existed, which could be helpful for anyone who's aspiring when coming back and about to graduate in a UK university to help find their first job. So finally, do you have any suggestions or tips for students who are studying at Imperial or about to choose Imperial as their university?
I think the most important thing is to study what you enjoy. And if you study what you enjoy, I think you'll be able to succeed.
Great. Thank you so much, Narin, again today for sharing his path at Imperial and also his university life at Imperial. It was really interesting to hear.